What's up, guys? I'm Clint Carter, and today I want to introduce you to the best new portable power sources. I'm not talking about little phone chargers here. These are big battery packs with AC outlets, and they can charge computers, they can charge external lights, Bluetooth speakers, tablets, whatever you want. These have the power. So let's get started. Let's start with the most affordable of the bunch. This is the Omar's Universal Travel Charger. It costs only $80, which is a great deal. Now, it's a pretty simple charger overall. You have the AC outlet with the on-off switch so you don't drain the battery. You've got the meter so you can see how much charge is left, and you've got the two USB ports. So the capacity for this battery is rated as 24,000 milliamp hours. In general, for 24,000 milliamp hours, you can expect it to charge a phone about 5 times.
So you can get 3 things charging onto here at the same time, including a computer or just anything that you would plug into an AC outlet. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles of some of the fancier power banks, but it has all the electricity. If you want a digital readout that you can monitor exactly how much power is left at any more time, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more money, but this is a really good value play, and in testing it's proven to be a really strong battery.
So next is the Goal Zero Sherpa 100 AC. Now the price jumps considerably. This is a $300 battery pack, but for that money, you get a ton more features. In addition to the AC port and the 2 USB ports, you have 2 USB-C ports that each put out 60 watts, which is about 5 times as much as you're gonna get from one of these standard USB ports. With the Sherpa AC, you also get this digital display, so you can monitor which devices are using how much power, how long it's gonna take until the battery is depleted, and you can also do some deep edits if you wanna control which of these ports are putting out more power. So you have a little bit of control there. With the Sherpa AC, you also get wireless charging into this one. So if you have any devices that use Qi charging, you set it right here and it will charge without a cord. I also really like that this one has these cables that are just sort of nested in the sides, so that way you don't have to worry about leaving anything behind.
So for the size of Goal Zero's power bank, you get a lot of ports. So I'm not even using all of the ports, but I have 4 things charging. I've got my phone, a speaker, a camera, and I've got my computer all plugged in at the same time. And I still have a free USB-C port over here. So right now, with 4 things connected, including my computer, 6.6 hours until it's empty.
The capacity on this battery pack is 25,600 milliamp hours, which, if you recall, is slightly more capacity than you would get in the Omar's power bank, which has 24,000 milliamp hours. So when you start talking about power, things get confusing really fast. So I don't want to get too far into the weeds here, but just know that when you test these things in terms of watt hours, which is how much power is actually coming out of the ports, this one puts out 74.5 watt hours, and this one puts out 71.6. So even though this one has slightly more capacity, this one's gonna charge your phone just a little bit more. But with the Goal Zero, you get a lot more features, so you have to decide what's more important for you. So this is the OmniCharge Ultimate. This is a much bigger battery pack. We're jumping up to 40,300 milliamp hours now. You pay for it too. This is a $600 battery pack, but I've been able to run 2 computers for a full workday on this thing without being anywhere near an outlet. So you get a lot of power. Underneath these flaps, you've got your AC outlet and your DC power in, and then on the other side, you've got your USB and your USB-C.
The really unique function on this one though is it's got a DC out port, which means I can plug in this plug they've got for OmniCharge, plug that in there, and it replaces essentially whatever power brick you might be carrying. So I can look on the bottom of a power brick, I can see how many volts and amps this thing is used for. I plug those numbers into here, and then I just leave this at home. The screen here isn't totally beautiful, but it does provide a lot of information. It gives you how much power is left. It shows you which of your ports are turned on, and then you can see how much power you're drawing at any one moment. It's a little bit heavy if you're gonna be carrying it around all the time in your backpack, but when you do need a lot of power, this one works pretty great.
The final thing to mention about this power bank is that OmniCharge designed it to be at the upper limit of what's permitted in your carry-on luggage. So if you want to carry this battery onto a flight, you have to go to the check-in gate and get pre-approval before the flight. So technically, it's allowed on planes, but this is a bit of a roll of the dice. You don't know if you're gonna get a cranky person at the gate. So if you're worried about that, this might be more hassle than it's worth. All right, so finally we have the River Mobile Power Station. Now, this thing is a beast. It weighs 11 pounds and it has 114,000 milliamp hours, which is more than twice of anything else we've seen here. You can't fly with it, it's too big for that, but for car camping and road tripping, it's awesome. You've got the 2 AC ports here on the back. You've got a 12-volt car output. In addition to 4 USB ports, you've got the 2 new USB-C ports, 2 DC outlet ports. You've got more ports on this thing than you're ever probably gonna use, but it's all there if you want it. There's not a lot of complicated feature on this. It's just a big battery with a lot of ports. And quite honestly, I'm fine with that. Easy to use, and it'll keep all your stuff charged.
So this is the River Power Station in its element. I mean, this thing is designed to get a whole bunch of gadgets charging all at once. So right now, I've got a Bluetooth speaker, I've got my phone charging, I've got a headlamp charging, I've got an action camera charging, I've got the batteries here to my drone charging, I have the controller charging, I also have my computer charging. So right now with all these gadgets going, I'm drawing 32 watts, and I mean, I haven't even put a dent on the amount of electricity stored in this thing. And you can see that as I plug things in, take them out, that's gonna change. You know, you have some really good data coming at you there that you can use to kind of gauge how long you're gonna be able to keep this thing outdoors. I have no reason to think that I'm going to deplete this thing if I'm out here for even 2, 3, 4 days running it really strong the whole time. And if I wanted to, I could hook up a mini fridge, I could hook up a guitar amp. You can really plug in just about anything you want in here aside from a really big electronic appliance.
So which one of these power banks is the best? Well, that really depends on what you're looking for. If you want a great bargain, Omar's is the best. If you want versatility, go with Goal Zero. If you want the most power that you can carry on a plane, OmniCharge. And if you just want the biggest power bank you can get for road tripping and car camping, that's gonna be your River Mobile Power Station.